All right. Hello, hello, hello again, my Mama artist. We are going to be tackling some more one-point perspective today, but instead of just a regular old shape, we're going to explore some word art. I'm going to show you how to not only make block letters, but to make them look like they're shooting out at you from a 1 point. Yes, we're doing some more one-point perspective. So if you did last week's one-point perspective project, you are going to take that knowledge and build on it. So to start out, you're going to all need a piece of paper. You're going to need a pencil. You're going to need, I highly recommend, a giant eraser. If you don't have one, that's okay. I definitely need one though, because my pencil does not have an eraser. Plus, we're going to be doing a lot of erasing. It's going to be a good thing to have or hang around. You can always just grab an extra pencil too. You might need some colors. I've got some markers here. Definitely going to use a black marker to do my outlining. And you're also going to need a ruler. Now, if you don't have a ruler, don't worry. You can make your own, you can make your own ruler. So rulers are typically used to measure things. But most of the time when I use a ruler as an artist, it's to use it as a straight edge. I'm going to be tracing along this straight edge that it has. That's the only reason I'm really going to be using it. You can make your own straight edge with a piece of paper. Anything you have lying around, you can fold an extra piece of paper a couple of times to give it some nice thickness so that it will hold up while you're using it. And then check it out, this folded piece of paper now is a straight edge. It's just as good and thick and sturdy as a ruler. So you'll need all of those materials to get ready. So to make my word art with a 1-point perspective, I'm going to have to first come up with a word. You can choose any word you want. I'm going to be using a nice short simple word, art. So I am going to first, with my pencil, lightly draw the word art. And notice I am thinking about the composition. I am looking at my whole paper. I'm thinking about where the word is going to be and where my 1 point is going to be. And I kind of do want it to have like a curve, arch look to it. So that's why I kind of started over here with my my A angled this way, my R here, and then my T is kind of angled that way. Not 100%, but it's okay. This is sort of like the sketching part. Now, I'm going to reinforce with you that I want you to draw lightly, a little bit of pressure. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take that basic word, those basic letters, and we're going to turn them into block letters. And all that you need to do for that is you're going to trace around your straight lines of your letters. See how I drew that rectangle around my straight line? Now I'm going to turn my paper and I am going to trace around this line. And then I'm going to trace around the middle line of the A. And once it's all said and done, it's going to be a block letter, but you can kind of use your artist's imagination and visualize what it looks like. Just follow the contours of the A. So we're going to do that same thing with my R. Drawing around the R, tracing lightly. And these are block letters, so it is going to be a block. Notice I didn't necessarily go around the R. All I did was put the little inside I. And notice I didn't have to do that with the A because it's already there. And now I'm going to do the same with the T. I'm going to trace around that top T line, making a nice rectangle. Here's another rectangle, and boom. Now, just to help you out, I think it's a good idea to stop. Take out your black marker, black crayon, or even just use your pencil to trace over harder and darker. And I want you to go ahead and find the contour lines of your block letters. So you're tracing carefully, slowly over the top of your straight lines. And there's my A, beautiful block letter. Okay, let's do the R. It's really important to pay attention because you don't want to accidentally draw through your letter. You want to just do the contours. And I'm going to go like that. Trace over my inner line and trace the contour of my T. And there. Now here is where you are going to need an eraser, and that's why I like the big old eraser. You're going to take your eraser and erase your pencil lines. You're going to do this only if you used a marker, though, to trace over the contours of your block letters. Now, with some of your markers, you might have to wait a few minutes to let that marker dry, because if you have a really wet marker and it does not dry very quickly, when you erase your pencil lines, notice I'm going over the whole letter, over the marker, over the pencil, and if you don't let your marker dry, it'll smudge and smear when you erase. I'm sure some of you have experienced that. But that's just something to look out for. I know my marker. I know that it dries quickly, so I know that I knew that I didn't have to wait to let it dry. All right, so now we got our block letters. Now what we're going to do is put our point in for our 1 point perspective. And this is when I'm going to use my ruler or a straight edge. I'm going to show you with my paper straight edge, just to show you that it can be done without a ruler. So your pencil goes on the point, your straight edge or ruler goes against that point, and then you're going to swivel your straight edge till you hit a corner of your letter. Now, I like to go from left to right, and oh, yep, there's a corner. Now, here's a fun fact about A's. Do you see that corner there? Yeah, we can totally make a line that goes from there to there. And then we're going to keep going. And oh, there's a corner. Keep going. There's a corner. I'll turn my paper a little. I'm going to turn and trace. Swivel and trace. Swivel. Actually, I can't really see from this angle. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. I'm going to the inside of the R. So you kind of want to hit every angle that you can with your block letters. That's why block letters are really easy to do because they have those sharp corners. You can do the same thing with bubble letters if you want to watch my bubble letter video, and you can do that. You can use your bubble letters. Just remember you're hitting the sides. It's sort of like when I showed you how to do the circle shape, 1 point perspective. You're not hitting a corner, you're hitting the side. Speaking of that, I've got some points up here that I need to draw to make my letters really pop out. I just have to be careful because, all right, this stuff is in front. These are actually going to be behind these because now we're creating these two-dimensional shapes. We're creating them to look more three-dimensional, a form, a solid form. So I know I'm going to have a line coming off of this curve of my R, but it's only going to go, boom, to there. See that? Because it's actually behind, this side of my R is behind this piece of the R. So you can't see it. Now what I'm going to do is do that for my T. I've got a corner up here, and it's behind the R. Notice I'm always having to go back to that 1 point. Gets a lot of work, that 1 point, a lot of attention. See that? And then I go over here to my last corner, and boom, art popping out at you. It's a little tricky to see because it's still in pencil. This is where you can take your marker. Now you can either use your straight edge and trace over your pencil lines so that you make sure that they're nice and crisp, or you can just wing it. You know, it's never a bad idea to practice making beautiful straight lines without the aid of a ruler. And we can practice that by tracing straight lines that we have drawn with a ruler or a straight edge. All right, so I'm going to just keep going and tracing over my pencil lines with my marker. Let me show you my, boom, final product. Now, the cool thing is you can change where you put your 1 point. Oh, sorry, you can't see. You can change where you put your 1 point, and it changes the perspective of your artwork. So here my point is down low. And then check out this art. What? The point is coming from above. So now they're coming out at you from up top to down low. And I think I might have one more in here. Nope, that's the one I just did. Oh yeah, here we go. Check these out. Now this I did by, I had my 1 point perspective point up here. I drew my lines, but then I just capped them off. So you can look into experimenting with that also if you want. So you have like short, blocky, formed letters. Now, if you press too hard and you still have some pencil lines showing, don't worry about that. You know what you can do for that? Add some color, baby, color. All right, artists, have fun with your 1 point perspective block letters. Experiment. Maybe do your name. Maybe do somebody else's name. Maybe do one of your favorite words that means a lot to you, like soap. I don't know. Or mom. Or maybe love. I don't know. Anywho, you have fun with this project. Let me know if you need any help in the comments below. And I'll see you later. Bye.